Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Megan. This is my channel, Pennies and Salt. All things homeschooling, motherhood, homemaking, gardening, just kind of life in general. So today I'm actually going to be making a batch of chicken bone broth. So it is fall. As we're moving into November, we're officially into sixth season. And so just for our family, for preparedness, for that, one of the things that I like to have on hand is some really nutritious and healing bone broth. So that's what I'm going to be making today. So this is an excellent book. If you have never heard of it or you don't own this, this is a book all about different broths. It gives background information and stuff about infectious disease, GI problems, how it can help when you are fighting cancer, wound healing, arthritis, all of those things. And it is the holistic science behind how broth can be very nourishing and healing to your body. And it truly can be. Even mainstream medicine agrees with that as well. So today I'm specifically going to be making chicken bone broth, and I'm just going to be using kind of the recipe as like a starter, I guess, for rich chicken broth is what it says in here. However, I'm going to be adding a few things to it, like I'm going to be adding turmeric and some ginger to this as well, because both of those have great anti-inflammatory properties as well as even some antibacterial properties. So that's what I'm going to get busy with today. I am so excited. One of my sweet friends from high school actually reached out to me. I was going to be doing this anyway, but one of my sweet friends from high school actually reached out to me who has a farm, and she has organic free-range chicken that they raise on their farm. And she actually messaged me on Facebook and said, "Hey, I have all these chicken carcasses and I have way too many. Would you want some?" And I was like, yes, absolutely. So even though I was already going to be making this with just some organic chicken that I got from the store, I'm going to be using the carcasses from her farm. And I'm so excited to see like how rich the color and everything is going to be in this broth. But I'm going to take you along with me as I make this. And it's super, super easy. I'm going to be using a crock pot method, slow cooker method, whatever you want to call it. This specific slow cooker is huge. It is the biggest one that I know of that you can buy that's an actual slow cooker. I know some people try to use like roasting pans as a slow cooker, and that's actually not a good idea. It's actually advised against using something like that as a slow cooker. However, just like on a daily basis or whatever. However, this is the largest actual crock pot that I know of that you can purchase. Hold on, my baby is trying to grab my tripod. Anyway, so I will link this down below. This was a gift from my husband for Christmas, and I absolutely love it because we are a large family, 8 people, and so this has come in very handy. So I'm going to get started with that bone broth and just show you how easy and simple this is to make. And what I'm going to be doing with it, because it's going to make quite a bit, I'm actually not going to can it. I am a canner if you're new here. But I'm actually not going to can it. I'm actually going to freeze it. And so that's just how I'm dealing with it today. I don't feel like getting the canner out. Plus, I'm going to let a friend of mine borrow my canner. So, this is how I'm doing it today. So this is the specific recipe if you just want to see like an actual look at it. I am not using chicken feet. I'm going to be using carcasses. I think I'm only using 2 today because I'm trying to kind of keep those other ones just in case. I am actually going to let this go for about 10 hours. So I'm going to finish it up once I get ready to go to bed tonight. So the longer the better.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun, side by side.
So I am using 2 chicken carcasses here, and what I am pouring over the top is just a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. And what this does is it helps to draw the nutrients out of the bones into the broth. So I put this on the chicken and let it kind of soak in here for about 30 minutes before I put it into the crock pot. Now I am cutting up just 1 stalk of celery and then 1 onion. I left the peels on, but I cut the ends of it off. And then I'm also going to be using 1 bulb of garlic, and again I left the skin of it on, and then 2 carrots that were peeled and chopped up.
Can't weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight.
Alright, so now it's time just to add everything in. So I added my vegetables first. To me, it doesn't really matter because you're going to kind of stir everything up together in there anyway. You can see me in the background trying to get 4 quarts worth of water out of our Berkey, which we really need to upgrade to a bigger Berkey filter. But anyway, now I am adding some turmeric. I did not have fresh, as well as some ginger, and I did not have fresh ginger this time either, but those are more ideal to have them fresh. Now I'm adding in those chicken pieces, and then you just kind of push it all down in there. You want to make sure all of the liquid is over the top of the chicken as it's cooking. Then just place the lid on, and I put it on low for 10 hours. So it has been 4 hours so far, so I'm just going to show you the progress here. Let's see. So there are sometimes some things that you need to skim off. I don't really see any in mine so far. This is kind of the gelatinousy stuff. That is completely normal. You want that. Some of the stuff on the sides you see collecting, I can't really skim off, but that's normally the stuff that you want to skim off. But this is what it's looking like so far. So it is cooking down quite well. My house smells amazing. So I'm going to let this cook for 6 more hours. I'll probably come check on it in another 4 hours. But I just wanted to show you guys the progress. All right, so this should be done now. It has been in here for about 8 or 9 hours. And as you can see, it is still bubbling away. Everything is basically disintegrating. And so we are going to go ahead and strain this. It smells amazing, even still. So I'm going to go ahead and strain this and show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so for this I just have one of these strainers to just put over my bowl here, and I'm using these plastic bowls instead of my stainless steel ones simply because they have this pour spout on them. And what I'm going to do is, after I strain everything out, I'm going to pour it into some individual containers. So I'm actually going to use this to dip out my broth, just because it's too hard to try to maneuver this big ol' crock pot here. So oops, try to get the big chunks out here. There's actually surprisingly quite a bit of meat that is coming off of this chicken, so maybe I need to get another bowl for that. So I think what I will do is, let me smush that down so I can get as much liquid out as possible. Okay. Alright, so just so you guys can see, Please excuse my fingernails that need to be repainted. But as you guys can see, it is, so part of the reason why it is the yellow color, of course, is because I did add turmeric. However, this is really nice, dark, rich broth. I'm super excited about this. So I'm going to put it in the containers now. To show you guys this line here. That is a really good sign. That is some really stout, good quality broth right there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love if you would like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on future videos.